So the first question of the seminar sheet, this is the first part A that we're looking at, is asking you about constructing the ray diagram for a 3 centimeter tall object that has an object distance of 12 centimeters for a lens, a converging lens that has a focal length of 5 centimeters. So first things first, what we need to create is an optical axis. There we are, one optical axis there. Now the next bit we need to create is on the optical axis somewhere a lens. So knowing roughly of the image and object distances, this is my wiggly example of a hand-drawn lens. They're double arrow converging lens. Now, so I've got my lens with my point where I've got all the zero, that's 0 point essentially where I'm measuring all the distances from. So I've got a focal length of 5 centimeters. So if I'm assuming each of these boxes now is 1 centimeter, you can do that properly with a ruler. Then you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeters. That's one focus point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a second focus point. A lens will always have 2 focus points at the same distance to the left as to the right. So we can label them F and F here. Now we need to place the object 12 centimeters. So again, starting from the 0 point, the cross where the optical axis and the lens meet. So that's 0, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's where my object would be sitting. How tall is it? 3 centimeters. So 1, 2, 3 units upright on the optical axis. So that's my object. Now I can start to construct the principal rays. So the first one I'm going to construct is a central one, going from the tip of my object straight through the center of my lens. There, the center going straight through, unchanged. The only ray going through a lens that remains unchanged. Next one, the parallel. So that's starting at the tip again, running parallel to the optical axis until it hits the lens. Then it will change direction and become a beam that goes through the focal point. There we are. Parallel principal beam turning, updating the lens into something going through the focus point. Next bit is now the focal one, which connects tip of the object with the focus point. Draw a line until you hit the lens. At that point, the lens now turns that into a parallel beam, going parallel through. Just to really make sure that it's clear, these are the directions the light will travel in this case if it comes from your object. Now, where's the image created? Where all these three sort of meet up. They don't meet up spectacularly in one point. That's because my construction is a bit rough. They sort of all meet up roughly in this point. So if I want to construct my image, that's probably going to be created here. That's where my image sits. And you can see it could be anywhere here. If I do the calculations, it would be far more precise than my sketch. But the third one that I included doesn't need to be, but I'm using that to just confirm our construction.